for my science so arts and I say aha Ghanatube so in 70 a dozen near Ecoso ewo or my Ghana and ye can see a becan yen free hand say out of 4 in some Ecoso ebini young team.
For the NPP, it is considering legal action to stop Alan Kyeremanteng's newly formed party from adopting the name United Party. Wale MP Kabiru argues that the name choice is problematic and could mislead the public given the NPP's historical roots in the United Party tradition. The minority MP accuses Alan Kyeremanteng's team of attempting to hide under the flag of the UP tradition, potentially distorting political history. The Wale MP says the NPP will test the name's legitimacy in court, confident of that it has a strong case. Now let's engage the NPP or the MP who has been speaking on this particular matter. First, he said the NPP is headed to court over the use of United Party. You say that you're considering. Tell me whether or not you have arrived at a finality or you have arrived at a final conclusion that you will pursue this. But if you do, what exactly will give the party the legal or moral claim to this name?
Yes, but first and foremost, it's not an NPP decision as a political party. I am only a member of the New Patriotic Party who has been elected on the ticket of the New Patriotic Party to represent the good people of Wale as their lawmaker. And the laws of this country are sacred. And that if there's any potential breach of any law, there's a need to bring finality and clarity to that particular matter so that everyone will be at it. The government of my case is that the United Party was a political party formed on the 13th of October 1957. That party was dissolved following the passage of a law by the National Assembly to make Ghana a one-party state. But the history of the now New Patriotic Party, which was formed somewhere in July 1992, was actually having his roots. It's taking his root from the United Party, led by Abrefa Buja, K.A. Buja. So one cannot understand why in October 2025, Mr. Alan Kyeremanteng is forming a political party and using the name of a political party which the NPP tradition is derived from. You are basically robbing the New Patriotic Parties of its heritage if we allow the name to stand. And though the Section 10 of the Political Parties Act clearly prohibits the use of a name that is likely to send confusion in the minds of people, I wonder why the Electoral Commission went ahead to still give them the provisional certificate to offer it. Nonetheless, admit that it's a provisional certificate, and then subject to any petition, they are bound to review their petition.
And so when you head to court finally, you're going to be asking, under which particular law would you be triggering this?
I have just made provision or reference to the Political Parties Act, which is the laws of the country, which is about the naming or taking names that are similar or that are likely to bring confusion in the minds of people as to which political party you are referring to. That is one. They could also come in a civil action. You understand that lawyers will probably guide and advise that this is a typical case of past law. An act intending to take the name, the businesses and customer of a particular company, if we consider political party in the light of corporate entities incorporated for that matter. So these are possible avenues, and of course, if advised by counsel, and they would be very much clinical with the laws. But I believe that this particular name is in breach of Section 10 of the Political Parties Act. I believe that it amounts to passing off, and there are laws on the trademark infringement in the country that are supposed to help us resolve the matter.
In an attempt, would you as well be taking on the Electoral Commission, because at least they saw that law and still issued and allowed them to use that name?
Well, I understand that the certificate issue is temporary. It's not a binary, it's not a final certificate. We've had political parties, EC issue provisional certificates to political parties which have not seen the light of day at the end of the day. So you not fault them. It's also based on their casual look at the law. They also understand that they don't have the right to the interpretation of the law, and that what they ordinarily look at is what they are going to apply. and someone brings the matter to their attention and they investigate or they still deny, the person proceeds to court and then determine the legal rights thereof. I'm sure the EC would oblige. So I don't have issue with the Electoral Commission.
Okay.
But there is a political party that has been formed that my issues are directed.
I mean, I hear you give a bit of history and background to this particular matter, but particularly, are you concerned more about the brand protection or historical preservation?
It is the historical preservation of the new patriotic party that is at stake here. And it's not about the praises behind the party. I have no issue. They came under movement for change. We all saw their performance. I mean, I don't think that nothing significant would change if they are even a political party properly incorporated or properly established. So my only issue is to the fact that you cannot sit down and allow someone rob the history of the new patriotic, now new patriotic party, and to deny us of our historical antecedents and how we have come to be called the new patriotic party today. We make reference to the UGCC, we make reference to the Popular Front Party, we make reference to the Northern People's Party, we make reference to the National Liberation Movement, because they are part and parcel of the history of the new patriotic party.
What then would you say to people who say that this appears like the NPP? If not, I mean, you have said that it's not the party in general, it is you, but people, of course, will impute this as well into the party. That it makes the NPP appear quite threatened by the Alan Kyeremanteng's new movement. And how do you respond to this perception?
Right, I mean, it's just so far-fetched, and it is too remote for anyone to assume that a member of the new patriotic party raising issue. Mind you, members of the new patriotic party even raise issue against the new patriotic party. Why don't they interpret it to mean that the new patriotic party is raising issue against itself? If any member of the new patriotic party feels that there's a breach of a law and that there is some acquaintances, I mean, there are some people condoning with the, breach of the law, and that you are at liberty to do that and you have the wherewithal to do so, you proceed. And I don't anyone interpreting it to mean the new patriotic party. In effect, I'm not in the new patriotic party. I'm only right, and a member of parliament, new patriotic party. I have not had the I've not had support, the concurrence of the new patriotic party in this move. In fact, I'm yet to even consult the new patriotic party on these my personal views. But I think that these personal views are born out of my understanding of our history and my understanding of the potential breach to the laws of the country.
Which means that if the party doesn't support this move, you won't be heading to court.
I'm a member of the new patriotic party. If it is so realized that the party advised that it doesn't breach any law, so don't go, I would oblige. If the party so below, though there are potential breaches, but they are not so fatal, and that the integrity of the new patriotic party is at stake and that we should protect it, I will again oblige, because it is about the new patriotic party, and if the leadership of the new patriotic party thinks otherwise, I will oblige.
Dr. Tia Abdul Kabir Mahama, thank you so much for joining us on the news today.
Comment section never comment no ebrem na mejebre akenkan ede amofefefe aha Ghanatube so insema enkoso ena onsa ebeka subscribe na hit notification bell no for more news updates. See ade. Come.